Hey everybody, Eddie here again for another Video Bonanza weekly showcase. Just got a few things I want to touch on this week. Been real busy again, but with that being said, let's get started. The game I got a chance to play the most is a game called The Tick, based on a 90s TV show for Super Nintendo. If you ever played Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, it plays pretty much the same way. It's very similar to that, so if you like Turtles in Time, you're going to like this. I will say that it's long. It's a lot longer than I expected it to be. Usually games like this is usually like a 45-minute, hour-long game, and then you're done. Well, an hour into this, I was on chapter 6, and I looked up, because I wanted to see how far I was, I looked up like how many chapters there are, and there's 16. So, figure it's like a 2-hour game. There's no like save feature or password mechanic that I saw so far. Unless like halfway through they're like, oh, here, to have a password because you are doing too much work to not come back to where you started. Yeah, I thought it's fun. It's a lot of ninjas show up and then it turns into like robots in suits with guns and I don't know. And then there's like little hidden stuff, like there's some rooftop levels where you're running across the roofs and jumping. And if you drop and you fall between the two buildings, you'll unlock like a bonus thing. It's like extra scenario 1 or extra scenario 2, and you'll have to, it's just like for fun. It's not like adds points to your score, I guess. It doesn't really add to the game or story too much, but it's just like some bonus stuff that's in it. And I thought that was cool. That you can get like random ones too. There's like 4 different ones for I think each rooftop thing, and every time you fall, it randomly picks one of the 4. So you can get all 4 on your way to finish the level if you get lucky and you pull like a different one every time you fall. So that game was good. A lot like Turtles in Time. Different character. Fans of the show, try it out. It's cool. As for the other 2 games that I wanted to play, but I didn't really get to put as much time into as I wanted to. This one's called Tonelico 2 for PS2. And another one that's very similar to it, or looks very similar to it, I didn't play this one at all. It's called Khemia 2. And these both come with like a cool little audio CD soundtrack with them. They come in this bigger box. It's got like a map and everything in it. Or it's not a map, it's like a poster of the game, and the characters are all like on the poster. So that comes with it. You get the audio CD and you get the complete game. Tonelico is the one that I got a chance to play a little bit, and I got like, I don't know, probably like a half an hour, 45 minutes into it, and realized that this is something I was going to have to sink a lot of time into that I just didn't have in order to really see the game. But it's like, it's a turn-based RPG, but you get like a time limit on your turn, and you can attack as many times as you can before that time limit's up, so you just like spam buttons. You can also like modify your attack, and like later in the game you unlock this healer that comes with you, but she's like special. She's not just a healer, she's, what are they called? It was like a long word that started with an R and was hard to pronounce. But they like, I don't know, it seems like they rule the world, essentially. So she's in your party, and you can like combo your attacks with like her emotions, I guess it was. She's got like an emotion bar where her thing goes up and down throughout the fight or through the combat, and you, based on like which direction you press, if you match it with what her emotions are, you do like extra damage and stuff like that. The combat system was cool. I like the combat system. And then she has like, if you decide not to use her heals at all, you can just bide your time, and then eventually you release like this ridiculous spell damage thing at the end of the fight. So figuring out the ins and outs of that was going to take me some time to actually nail down, and I wish I had the time to play these games. They look very cool, very anime-esque. There was a cool opening cinematic that was just very Japanese, if you're into that thing. And I've just been starting to watch anime lately, so this is all up my alley right now. And I don't know if any of you guys know this, but we have a pretty decent anime section at the store too, along with our game section and all the movies that we have. And Zach, who I mentioned, works for us. He's a huge anime guy, so if you have any questions for him, just look at the guy with the mustache. He'll be able to help you out with anime. He's giving me all my suggestions as far as what to start with and what to watch from there. So he's been really helpful. These games are cool. The Tick is easy, simple, and these 2 RPGs look like they're a big time sink. So if you got a lot of time you want to invest in a game, you got a PS2, you like anime, come check these two out. They come with a really cool package. As far as this week's video goes, that's all I got for you. Keep bringing in your stuff for us. So I got stuff to put on these videos, and you can use them for trades to pick up new stuff that you want to play as you finish your old stuff. Alright guys, take it easy.